Hello. All right. So, I wanted to show you guys my dirt. Sorry, I don't mean to hold you to the ground. I'm taking a video sometimes. I'm doing this much more than I want, or than I thought I would. So again, I'm not editing. I'm just posting as I go. And again, look at my tiny little carrots. How cute are they? Just adorable. So, that's a physical representation I wanted to show you guys. This is from my dirt. I do have carrots over there in the corner as well, but this is my dirt. Didn't do too good. They did grow. They did grow. But this was 5-6 months, I believe. So they didn't grow very enough. Maybe I planted them wrong. Maybe I let them sit too. I don't know. I do not know. And this, there it is. This is what I wanted to show you. So the reason why the dirt that I am making with carcasses, I don't want to sell it just yet. I probably could, but look at, as you guys can see, that is not the white cream filling from a giant Oreo. No, that is mold. Now this is a jar of dirt that it was based, whoa! Whoo, shit! That's another reason I can't sell that stuff. That is fucking potent. Wow. Alright, anyway. I'll show you. Basically, I'm using that. There's a little hole. I've tried to put new dirt back in there after I've made it, but as you can see, it's just sand. So I'll grab a bunch of that or stuff like it, or on Facebook, I'll grab, free soil, basically just sand. I will be using actual sand in one of my future journeys. Can we grow in sand using only additives? I think that'll be super fun and interesting. But yeah, so the carcass gets laid down on a bed of hay or clover. It then decomposes naturally. The bugs and critters do their own thing. And they turn a lot of that into dirt. And the clover itself gets kind of tossed and turned, transformed into dirt. The bugs do all the work underneath the carcass. And I put the carcass in that tote that I showed you guys so it can catch all the fluids and soak up into the hay. My drain holes are like 2 inches up. That way if it does rain and flood, it can go out, but it still retains a lot of that moisture. So what I do then is, let's say for example, just for visual reference, let's say I have one of these full of that carcass hay. I call it blanket hay. That's just one of my own little words. It'd be one of these full of that carcass juice soaked hay or clover with, oh man, I'm gonna try this next batch for one full of these with 20 of these regular stuff. So it'd be a 1-to-20 ratio. So far I've done one of these and with the carcasses and 6 of these depleted soil, and that seemed to still be too strong. Nothing, it'll sprout, barely live a couple days and then just die. I mean, in one of my videos you see, and it just like burns everything. And this smells like straight up, well, like dead ant. Ooh, it's like, it's like jello and creamy. It's kind of weird. Anyway, not gonna breathe that in. So that is what we got. I think it's a little too strong. I didn't dry it out enough. I don't know what it is, but this is carcass juices and bad dirt, hopefully together making good dirt. Now I'm gonna replant. I'll show you guys. Because of this guy's worrying me, I thought he was gonna live or do much better. It seems to be dying, and I hope not, because that's supposed to be a really beautiful red and yellow flower. This is my grape tree. It doesn't really seem to have done anything since I got it and planted it. Also another dormant plant, so maybe I just didn't activate it, or maybe it's already too late in the season. I don't know, but either way, we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in here. We're gonna transplant it to a bigger bucket. The roots more space to grow and hopefully soak up more stuff. And I'm gonna put this at the very bottom of it. That way, I'm not stirring it into the dirt. So, because I know this is too strong. So I'll just put it below it. That way the roots can make their way and choose. Plants are smart. Like, I mean this instinctively and just how they grow. They'll avoid certain things if they know it's bad for them. You know what I mean? So if it's too much, they'll have testers that'll go in there and they might burn, like nerve endings or whatever, to tell, ouch, this doesn't work for me. And the roots have plenty of dirt around to where it can still get moisture that's not this. So hopefully it'll still work. And then maybe when this becomes saturated enough, it can disperse through the bottom and slowly the corn or the flower can soak up. Try that. So yeah, I'm hoping this works. Last time I planted a grape tree, it damn near blew up half the city. I hit the gas line, the main to the town, not just my grandparents' house. I'm sure y'all remember that. They still call me Boomer. Well, at least the fire department and the sheriff's department. Some people seem to have forgotten, but they did not. That's so funny. Could have been a lot worse. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to dump this out. Yeah. A little bit more. All right. So I want to be completely honest here. The dirt that I have here is, I think I showed you, I don't have the packaging anymore. I just burnt it, but it's Miracle-Gro's Pro Garden. It's a big yellow brick pillow bag thing. Big plastic yellow brick. Hard to miss in the store. I use that. I got 2 bags of that. And I think it's, I forgot what it was. I don't know, but I could fill up that tiny little trailer full of dirt. You know, 2 bricks fit in there, whatever that is. That dirt with 2 of these already. So 1 per Pro Mix, bag of Pro Mix. That is already in the soil. I've mixed it. I have that big blue barrel over there is where that's from. Now, because I know it'll work as it is with the whole 2-to-6 ratio, if I disperse it in a bigger container, now I'm going to try it putting this directly underneath of it. Haha! Oh, wow! Let me tell you, kids, that smells. Whoo, shit! I'm just going to mix it up on the bottom a little bit. There. That is bad. Man, I wish you guys could smell this right now, but if you could imagine how I came to make this additive. Bad. Not in stores yet. I have some window blooms, the very first creation. They're in glass jars with wide mouths, but it's not the dirt that I've made, because that's bad. I can't sell that. That's not safe. We can use it in my backyard, though. Alright, so no root action. So that tells me that it's still dormant, or it's just a very, very, very slow process. You know, I really don't know. That's why we're here. Some of this dirt goes back in, if I can make it in there. Alright. This is warm, by the way, and it hasn't been very sunny for the past few hours. We got a storm, we're just passing us, so I think that would tell me that the dirt that I previously used is also too hot. So it could be killing our plant. Who knows? I'm just going to place it in there just like that. Bam. Isn't that kind of cool? Sweet. There we go. As you guys can see, I'm not burying it any more than it is. I'm just allowing more space for the roots, but I don't know if it needed it, because that's the top of the plant. Here's nice and soft, that's nice and hard. All right, all level. So hopefully that'll work. Now, as usual, I'm gonna flood it. And that is some strong stuff, I tell you. I can still smell it. So yeah, I gotta work that out. Wow! It was cool, because when I first started doing it, pulling all the hay out and whatnot, it smelled almost like venison, like the cooked deer meat, not rotting flesh. But after I've finished it and it sat in the jar for about a month, yeah, that's not good. It was whew. But alright, one more good pour. I think that's flooded enough. Now, alright, I hope to show you what happens next. Alright, I'm gonna go pack some products hopefully and get some QRs out there, and then maybe, just maybe, you guys find a window bloom with some dirt. Well, not my dirt, not yet. But alright, remember, recycle.